liken solo travel for the first time as to riding a motorcycle for the first time. We're in it for the thrill of it, and we also have the fears of all the things that can happen, and we also have the fear of isolation. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about loneliness and traveling. I know a lot of us, we have a lot of fears about traveling, especially solo traveling. You know, I have a lot of fears about solo traveling, more so about the people that I'm leaving behind than myself traveling and having fear of strangers or being in a strange place. Although those are valid things to have fear about. Fear of isolation, fear of no one to care for and no one to care for you. So let's dive into this just a little bit. I was just saying to some friends the other day, we no longer live in a world where we bump into people. We don't get to meet people in the grocery stores or get to meet our mates by just walking around anymore. A lot of us work from home, and a lot of us are more isolated than ever now. So we live in a world where we had a pandemic, where we're afraid of people, where we're scared of people now. And we even teach our children. We say, do not talk to strangers. We tell them that when they are kids. And our kids, they say, well, Mommy, how do I meet people if I do not talk to strangers? And that's something to really think about. Something I want us to consider today. How will we meet people if we are afraid of them and if we refuse to talk to strangers? Now, I am an introvert, like a lot of people are. A lot of YouTubers are introverts. As we are on here talking about what we need to talk about, you would be surprised, but we are. And I'm going to tell you, I don't really need to have a lot of conversation or stimulation, but I too at times have those lonely moments while traveling where I wish to have companionship. I desire conversation just like anybody else. Now, introverts and extroverts alike, we crave human intimacy. We have to be real with ourselves. We're built for and designed for connection. And we want to belong. And we're in this huge world, and there has to be some ways that we can feel less alone, less lonely. Now, my motto is life is for us, not against us. And I think that we should all adopt this new perspective versus being fearful in the world. But I don't want to throw caution to the wind. I want you to, yes, be cautious, and yes, to use your common sense. But I also do know that, like I said, intimacy between us adults and conversation is very important, and that we need to learn and adapt how to meet new people. Now, I have a video that's coming up right after this video where I am going to interview a dear friend of mine who's going to help us with conversation starters and give us the tools that we need to feel less alone in this world and to be able to meet friends while we're out and about, on trains or wherever we are, sitting at the bus stop, wherever. But we always talk about being accountable and having accountability partners in other areas of our lives, but we need to gather more accountability partners in this area. I think we need to gather people, someone that we will call and they will call us, especially other expats and nomads, where they can help us feel less alone. So I think we need to have accountability partners in this area. I think that we need to learn how to have these conversation starters, as I said before, as we're sitting out somewhere, where we talk about other things besides the weather. We actually have meaningful conversations where we actually, for instance, that maybe while we're out eating, we smile more. We use the art of flattery, where we actually become more vulnerable and trust people, especially other nomads and expats, especially them. Some of us are not alone traveling. Some of us have our pets or our dogs, and I think they are good friends. But I don't think that they are the best for our best friends. And so, as I say again, we need to reach out to others and be friendly first. I think this is how we're going to get friends and befriend people, is by us asking for what we need and just striking up conversations with others. So the next time you are sitting at a restaurant, go ahead, put your flattery on, talk with your waiter or waitress, ask for what you need. Say, I'm in a new city, I'm looking for a new group or a social group or somewhere. Ask for what you want that will help you to feel less alone. So people in your community will guide you to other people in your community and different groups where we can feel more active and have more connection with others. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not a subscriber, please become a new subscriber. Like the video, share it with your friends, and look for the upcoming video right after this with my dear friend, an interview, a podcast that will help us feel less alone out here in this big world while traveling. I love you guys, and until next time, goodbye.